Continuing the tune-up series here, I'm going to replace the ignition coil up here, the distributor cap and rotor in there, all of the wires and the spark plugs. That way the ignition system in this thing is completely new and we don't have to worry about that down the road because it's been probably 20 years since any of it's been changed. Easiest way to attack this ignition coil is just to take these two bolts out from here and here. They're 13mm and they hold the ignition coil up there. The reason that's the easiest way to do it is because we're going to have to take these two bolts out, but they have nuts on them, and then replace the ignition coil here, put it back in the housing. So I'm also going to disconnect the ignition coil wire and then the electrical connectors. And there you have it. Don't forget to pay attention to the orientation here because it would be possible to put this in backwards. The ignition wire is going to be toward the back and the electrical connector is toward the front. Or you can think of it, the electrical connector is this side and then the ignition coil is towards that side. And I did have to bend mine out a little bit when I pulled the old ignition coil out. So when I put the new one in, I'll just have to compress it. I got it all back together, but before I put it in, I am going to just continue on here and get the cap and rotor replaced and then the wires. In these systems, it's easy to just trace the wire. So I'm going to come up here to the number 1 spark plug wire, which is right here. And we know this is the number 1 wire because 4-cylinder engines like this go 1, 2, 3, 4. And just open up these little wire looms here. Just like that, so then the wire can slip out. I traced it along the back of the engine here down to this guy. So now I know that one right there is the number 1 cylinder. So when I put this thing back together, I'm just going to make sure that's the number 1 cylinder so don't mess up this firing order. This is the ignition coil in the middle. Now we got to figure out what this one is, and this one is. For the next one, I just took it off here, pulled it up, and then I'll trace it over to this side of the engine, and I see that's number 3. I'll do the same thing here. Pop that guy off, slide it up, and we got number 4. 1, 3, 4, 2. And that makes sense because the firing order of this engine is 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2. Because this rotor spins clockwise, we could have just guessed 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2 by looking at it, but I wanted to show you how to do this in case you didn't know what the firing order was. And then to remove this guy, it's just a couple of screws, one there and one there, so it sits on the engine like this, flat side up. And you can see it's kind of burnt in there. It should be shiny metal. So we're pointing right at the 9 o'clock. Make sure we pop the new one on the same way. Little comparison here. Look how much nicer that new one is. That's just going to give us a more reliable spark. And it just pops in just like that. Got a new cap too, just because these little terminals have a tendency to corrode. And it's just easy and cheap to replace on it every 50,000 miles or so. Got it all buttoned up. These are tightened down. Now we can put our ignition coil back in and run our wires back over to the other side of the engine. We'll do some spark plugs. And when you're putting these back on, this is brand new. See how it's blue? Got the new NGK wires. I like to set mine out. I set my old ones out 1, 2, 3, 4 for the cylinders. Line up the length with the new wires and then plug and play. Put a little dielectric grease in there, and then you want to make sure that the boot end goes on the distributor cap and the long end goes on the spark plug. All of our wires are back on and I got them lined up with which cylinder they go to. Now I'm going to pop these spark plugs out. We'll check those, pop our new ones back in, and we're about done. This thing tells us spark plug gap 60. So you just line up your new spark plugs to 60. I like to do this before I pull the old ones out. I'm going to gap them all, set them somewhere safe, and then pull the old ones out. Here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the order I pulled them out. And I don't see any oil deposits on here. No major burning. Overall, looks like it's a pretty healthy engine. I'm going to check the gap on these guys. The gap on the first one I check is 53. So we're all at about 50 to 55. So they were just a little too short. I wonder if somebody forgot to gap them last time they did them. Now the right way to do it is to get a torque wrench and torque these down to spec according to your manual. Me, I'm just going to pop them in. You also want to throw a little anti-seize on the threads of the new spark plugs when you put them in so they don't get stuck in the head. Put the air cleaner back on. Might go for a road test here. 1342, 1342, 1342, 1342, 1342.